So let's bring you more reaction to the local election results, or at least what we've got in so far. The Education Secretary is Michael Gove. He's in Westminster. Good morning to you, Mr Gove. Look, I mean, obviously you've made losses. You were expecting that. Is it as bad as you were thinking it was going to be?
No.
Well, that's a positive sign. I mean, why do you think that is?
Well, people have, at this time of the electoral cycle, normally moved pretty heavily in favour of the opposition party if the opposition party is going to win the next election. And they haven't done that this time. We haven't seen the significant move to Labour that you'd expect if Ed Miliband were going to be Prime Minister after the next election. Now, yes, of course, there's been a vote for UKIP, and that sends us a very clear message that people have concerns about immigration, about welfare, about schools and skills, of course, and we will pay attention to those concerns, and we will make sure that we deliver in government. But the really striking thing about these election results is that you would have expected Labour to be making big gains, but in the battleground seats where they should be winning if they're going to form the next government, in Peterborough, in Tamworth, in Worcester, in Gloucester, in Thurrock, they're not making the progress that you would expect. In fact, they're actually going backwards. They've
made some good progress in Hammersmith, though, the Prime Minister's favourite council. No more, it would seem.
Well, it's a pity, actually, that we've lost in Hammersmith and Fulham, because I have friends there who are councillors. I think they've done an outstanding job, and there are a number of good councillors, Conservatives and from other parties, who will have lost their seats tonight, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank them for their public service. But it is striking that in a seat like Thurrock, which is actually the #1 Labour target, they've gone backwards. It's striking that in Wigan and in Birmingham, the Conservatives have won seats from Labour. So if the Conservatives are winning in Wigan, a year out from the general election, then that should make Ed Miliband and his inner circle wonder, where have we gone wrong? And I think the way in which they've gone wrong is that they haven't been able to come up with the policies that count or that persuade on the issues that matter. So on education, everyone recognises that it's the Conservatives in the coalition government who are reforming our schools in the way that the majority of people want, with more choice for parents, more discipline, higher standards. And in the same way, our long-term economic plan is delivering an increase in prosperity, which has seen people reflecting on the choice between David Cameron and Ed Miliband, and concluding that David Cameron is going to be the right person to take the country forward.
But you're not doing it on immigration, are you? In lots of the papers looking at the eye, here we have it, the migration blow to the Prime Minister is how they have it. I mean, those figures are double what the Prime Minister wanted in terms of net migration. That, of course, is the key battleground for UKIP. What are you going to do about it?
It is an issue that a number of UKIP voters are concerned about, and I understand those concerns. Because there is a widespread feeling in many parts of the country that we need to do more to tackle immigration. But I would say that Theresa May has done more than any other politician to bring down immigration on her watch. Net migration has gone down over the period that Theresa has been Home Secretary, and I don't think that anyone would say that the steps that she's taken have been pussyfooting around the issue. So I think when it comes to addressing migration, you need to combine a firm hand when it comes to policy, with also the competence and the grit and the rigour and the administrative authority to see things through. And that's what Theresa has brought. And of course, when people are voting UKIP, they're registering their concerns, legitimate concerns, about questions like immigration or welfare, or indeed their determination to ensure that the economic recovery is fairly spread and that everyone benefits. Now, I take from the UKIP vote a clear instruction for us to deliver on those priorities. But they're the priorities that David Cameron has set for us as a team, so therefore those priorities are ones on which we're determined to ensure over the next 12 months that we can continue to make progress and demonstrate to people that the concerns that they rightly raise are being properly addressed.
We're down just the last few seconds, Mr Gove, but Jacob Rees-Mogg, as you'll be aware, one of your colleagues has today said, look, we need to consider a pact with UKIP, perhaps in the way that Labour cooperative MPs work. Is this something that the Conservatives would in any way consider?
No.
Well, we often ask for a one-word answer, and I've had two from you today. Michael Gove, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed.